My name is Keshwani. It's Keshwani. Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for the GMAT. We have been solving GMAT math problems out of this book here, GMAT Review, the official guide, the 13th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that we are about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 165 rather, page 165, and today is our lesson number 99. Please turn to page 165, problem number 93. Problem number 93. It says that if J loses 8 pounds, he will weigh twice as much as S. Alright, so let's make an equation out of it. That's our first equation. If J loses 8 pounds, he will become twice as much as S. That's our first equation. That's it. This is J. His letter J stands for his present weight, and if he were to lose 8 pounds, his new weight would be 2 times the other guy's weight, other guy's present weight, twice as much as S. Together, we are told, they weigh 278 pounds. Together, they weigh 278 pounds. So J plus S equals 278. So very simple, very straightforward problem. Very simple, straightforward simultaneous equations. We have two equations, two independent equations, two unknowns. We can find out the weights of both of these guys. They're looking for the weight of J. Since we are looking for J, let's solve this S in terms of J and put it in here. So S equals 278 minus J. S equals 278 minus J. J minus 8 equals 2 times 278 minus J. 2 times 278, let's find out what that is. 2 8s are 16, that's a 6, carry 1. 2 7s are 14, plus 1 is 15, 5, carry 1. 2 2s are 4, plus 1 is 5. And minus 2J. Bring the 2J on this side and bring the 8 on the other side, so we end up with 3J equals 556 plus 8, 556 plus 8, 556 plus 10 is 566, so it's 564. 564. Therefore, J equals 564 over 3. I'm going to do it way somewhere up here. Let's do it here. 564 over 3. How many 3's in a 5? How many 3's in a 5? 5 has 1 3. The remaining 2 goes and joins this guy, becomes 26. How many 3's in a 26? 26 has 8 3's. 8 3's are 24. The remaining 2 goes and joins this guy, becomes 24 again. How many 24? How many 3's in a 24? Again 8 of them. That's it. That's your J. 188. 188. I want to quickly verify it. Let's verify it. 188, which means S must be 278 minus 188. 278 minus 178 would have been 100, therefore 278 minus 188 is 90, and of course 90, well, obviously it's going to confirm because that's where I got it from, but anyway, that's what it is. Jake's weight is 178. That's what it was. That's all it is. Jake's weight is 188 rather, and the answer is E. The answer is E. Like I said, it's very simple, very straightforward linear equations. Let's do the next one, shall we? 94. In 94, we are told that this February, the sales were $385 million. Last February, Last February, we were told that the sales were $320 million. The question simply is, what's the percentage increase? Again, nothing to it, no tricks to it, very straightforward. The very first thing you have to realize is that the change from 385 to, rather from 320 to 385, the change is 385 minus 320, which is 65. Therefore the question is, 65 is what percent of the initial number, 320. That's the tricky part. You have to remember what is our point of reference. The point of reference is, of course, always the initial point. The question always is, how much did it change compared to what? Compared to what we started out with. Nobody goes around saying, how many did it change compared to what we have now? No. How much did it change compared to what we had before? The initial point is always the point of reference. The initial point here is 320. That's it. All we have to do now is to make up an equation. 65, let me change the marker here. Hopefully the next one will have a better luck. 65 is means equals. What is your unknown? That's our unknown. Percent means, what does percent mean? Percent means exactly what it says. Percent literally means per 100. So if someone says 37%, that is 37 per 100. 4.4% means 4.4 over 100. 29% means 29 over 100. Here we have what and then percent. Percent means over 100. Of means times. Multiply. 320. That's it, that's our equation. So therefore x would be 65 times 100 divided by 320. I'm skipping a few steps in between, but once you do the manipulation, you will see that that's what it is. Let's divide the top and bottom by 10, so the 0 drops out. And they must be looking for approximate, because this is not coming out very nicely. Did they use the word approximate? There you go. If the total sales, if you read the you see, how did I know that they must have used approximately? Watch, listen carefully. You must understand the purpose of this exam. The purpose of this exam is not actually to figure out how fast you are in adding and subtracting. They're just trying to see how well you think. They do not give you nasty calculations. You see, 65 does not go nicely into 32. 64 does. 64 would have been twice 32. That's why I thought that maybe they're looking for the approximate. Do you understand? And they are looking for approximate. It says approximately what was the percentage increase. So since they're using the word approximately, I'm going to pretend that 32, I'm going to pretend that this is 64. 64 has two 32s. 32 times 2 is 64. So now we end up with 2 times 10, which is, so the answer is approximately 20%. The change is approximately 20%. And does it make any sense to you? Does that answer make any sense to you, that it comes out of it 20%? You must realize right away, you must see right away whether or not it makes sense. It does make sense. How does it make sense? Well, let's see. I'm going to show it to you. We started with 320. 10% of 320 is 32. If 10% of 320 is 32, therefore 20% must be 64, which is exactly what our change was. Our change was 65. A difference, an increase of 64 would have been exactly 20, because we started out with 320, and 10% of 320 is 32, therefore 20% is going to be 64. So we didn't have to do all of this work. We didn't have to do any of this work if you were quick enough actually to realize right there and there that 65 is 2 times 32. And you realize that right away, we could have saved yourself a little bit amount of time, and you would have realized right away that the difference is, the increase is 20%. That's all. We're done. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye now.